Great. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to this morning's 11 a.m. Once again, we are not live in the Positive Vibes community because my technology has failed me, but I am here with HAIFA, and we're here to talk about a little bit about you, HAIFA, so people can understand where you've come from, you know, what your background is, how talented you are, and then we're going to talk about what you're going to be doing on Thursday in the group, which I'm really, really excited about. Just to get started, we've never met, have we? But I feel like we have, because
No.
we have a lot of connections in the same industry, in the music industry, in particular in the UK garage industry. And I watched one of your lives, must have been about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and loved it so much. The one
Thank
that you do on the
you.
Saturday night, and I just thought that's going to be brilliant for the Positive Vibes community. So that's really how this all got started. But let
Yes.
me give you a bit of background about HAIFA. So she's a recording artist. She's got over 15 years of experience. That possibly is longer now because I got that from your website. How long have you been doing it?
Oh my God, since I was a kid. So coming on to 20 plus years now.
Oh, wow.
Over 20 years. Yeah.
Well, you don't look old enough to be, have been doing it for 20 years.
You're too kind. You don't know. I think the lockdown has aged me just a little bit.
I think it's aged a lot of people. So you've got a lot of different influences with your musical style, haven't you? I know you do a lot in the kind of the
Yeah.
the dance industry, but
Mm.
what's your most what are your biggest influences in terms of people that you looked up to when you were younger?
Well, everything, like, it takes such a long time to kind of whittle it down because I have always been quite um, used to working on so many different projects, especially when I was a touring artist. I was signed to quite a few different labels,
Okay.
and every label had their own idea about what they wanted me to do. So I became really versatile, and my repertoire is really, really wide. So if you hear me in my house and garage or my club classic set, you wouldn't imagine me doing a straight jazz
Yeah.
gig, and I do that. So I say that I sing anything that is soul based. So soul based music is what I love.
Hmm.
And my influences growing up were from Michael McDonald, Michael Bolton, Alexander O'Neill, Luther Vandross, Whitney Houston, all of those kind of singers. But I really loved male vocalists and female vocalists that had either gospel or a really gravelly voice.
Yeah.
And I was self taught. So that's kind of my inspiration came from listening to my mum's little 7-inch records, the Sugar Hill Gang and stuff like that. I think I knew the whole of the Sugar Hill Gang record when I was like 5 years old. So it's always just, I've just been really passionate about soul-based music, I think, my whole life.
I love, do you know what? And I love gospel. Absolutely love it.
Mm.
Have you
Yeah,
listened to the house gospel choir?
yes. Yeah,
They're
I've got some friends
amazing,
who
aren't
actually are involved with it.
they?
So
Oh, okay.
yeah, an amazing project and they're phenomenal.
Yeah.
And like where I about for the last, I mean, I've been singing for like I said, over 20 years, and about 2.5 years ago I started to realize that um, where I'd built my name again off of the back of the shows, I took a break and I left the industry for about 2 years and I re-established myself, but that's a whole nother story. um, I was busking on the underground for about 5 years.
Right.
Yeah, because I just got sick of the industry and I just
Yeah.
wanted to sing without pressure. And like you say, like the Positive Vibes community, I was very much a person that whatever makes you feel good is what you should do. And maybe sometimes people don't understand what you're doing, but if it feels right for you, then it doesn't really matter about the goal, it's the journey. And
Yeah.
that journey is the most exciting thing. And that journey has taken me back to this place where I never imagined 2.5 years ago I would launch my own company, an agency, representing other artists that I've met over the last 20 years and
Hmm.
being able to put them into places and also to sing with some of the most talented vocalists I've ever encountered. And I am truly blessed. So,
Wow.
you know, the lockdown has been very, very difficult for us as entertainers, but having the technology to be able to still reach people, which was the whole concept of the Saturday night, I didn't feel like singing at all for about
Hmm.
3 weeks. But when I did, the love that poured back at me really has kept me going. So the weekdays are difficult, you know, children at home, school, blah, blah, blah. And the kind of loss of self I found really difficult. But that Saturday night has really given me back, a lot of love. So it's lovely to be doing this with you and
Yeah.
community right now.
So tell us a bit more about that, because that HAIFA Live on a Saturday, is it always house music, or do you kind of mix it up and do different stuff?
No, so I do, so anything disco, funk, house, garage, club classic. So that is any kind of floor filler, from CC Peniston to Shaka Khan to Aretha Franklin. You know, they're all in there, and
Oh my
basically
God, I love them all. I just love them all already.
and people send me requests during the week, and then if the track, my speciality is that if a track doesn't exist, obviously you have to be able to get an instrumental version of a track to sing it, otherwise you're singing it over the original vocalist, which isn't ideal.
Yeah.
But what I do is I'll take that request and I call it a mashup. So I find another track that I can put it over. And that's actually how I first ever got signed back when I was 18 years old. And that's how I actually got into the industry, was creating just singing freestyle vocals over beats in clubs. And I was spotted, and that's how I got signed. So that's kind of what I'm doing again, which is really weird.
Which is what do you know what? When I was a DJ, because obviously years ago when I was a DJ, that's what I love doing. I like starting my sets off with an acapella and then mixing another tune in, which is exactly the same, isn't it? And it's brilliant.
That's exactly what I do. Yeah. Yeah. So that is if a tune doesn't exist, but loads of people request really classic tracks, and I sing everything. So anything soul based goes in the show, but if there's slower kind of mid-tempo requests, I tend to put the first couple of tracks at the beginning. Yeah. But really it's a high energy, high vibe, floor, like party time. People put it up on their TVs, they screen, you know, you can mirror. They put it on their TVs and then they send me the clips afterwards of all these people just having a dance.
Dancing around.
It's fantastic. You know, it doesn't matter if it, you know, however many people join, it's grown and grown and grown. I'm completely astounded, really.
Yeah, and tell us about the shots that happen during, because is that an every Saturday thing?
Yeah, so one of my really good friends, I've got a few really good friends in the business who go live, DJs, and they started this on their live streams that every 15 minutes they do a shot for the NHS, and like when we were setting up the show. My partner said to me, I think, you know, we should do that. Just started doing it. And then I was like, oh, I'm not sure. You know, it was like, well, you don't have to actually be drinking a drink. You can have a shot of water. It doesn't really matter. No one really knows. But so many people just love it. I'm getting messages as I'm singing and they're going, right, HAIFA, it's 15:15. Shot. Okay, shot for the NHS. So that's become our thing. And it's spread over the DJ community. I picked it up from a guy who's really well known in the kind of house music scene. He's called Sam Supplier. He does it, and we took that idea and it's kind of spread through our community.
But I guess if you were having a shot of alcohol every 15 minutes, you probably might get to the end of your set and it might be a bit slurred.
Might fall asleep. The adrenaline always keeps me going. There's no way that I'm going to slur any words in my set. But it's short and sweet. It's an hour to an hour and a half. It has been getting a bit longer every week because of the amount of requests. And you know, it is, like I say, it really lifts my week. So I almost don't want to say goodbye. It's just lovely to have everybody on board.
And it takes you a long time to get your setup organised, isn't it, for that live?
Yeah. It took us a while to, I mean, I work with a number of clients who have asked me to do live streams for them. And that was the learning curve. It was like, okay, let's set it up with a white background. Didn't look that nice. Then add some lights in. And then we had created a space, it's like a studio, in our home. And then because we're in events, we have lighting, we have signage. And so people were like, where are you? Like, no, we're in our house, but we've just made that area the kind of club almost. So yeah, I think we've got it. We're happy with it. We're happy with the way it looks now.
It actually looks like you're on. I used to DJ at Legends on Mayfair.
Love that. I loved that place.
I think we talked about this before, didn't we? And it just looks like you're on the balcony at Legends, which is just
Danny,
amazing.
I was absolutely chuffed when you said that. You brought back so many memories. I had my 21st birthday there.
Did you? And it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
even there
yeah.
anymore. I've walked
I
past
know, it's so
it.
sad. Old Burlington, I loved it.
I
It was
know.
such a great
It
club.
was one of my favourite places to DJ. I loved it. So what we're going to do is, so HAIFA's going to be live in the group on Thursday, 8:30 for half an hour. So we're going to be taking requests. I've put my one in already, so my one's in there. So make sure you sing that one.
Not a challenge there at all, Danny.
No.
You've got a lot of faith in me
Yeah.
with that request that you put
you know
in.
what? No, it's my all-time favourite song for playing at the end of a night in a club. But it's a rap. Do you rap?
Sorry?
Do you rap?
No, I don't. But I can give it a go.
Put the music on the back. So Young MC, Know How. Do you know? You must know that tune.
I do. Yeah.
This is my favourite all-time record. If you could just get that music in anywhere, that's another
challenge.
challenge.
I will do. Yeah, that's a challenge. I have to see what I can mash that up with.
Yeah,
but,
so I think you're going to just pop on into the group later, just do a really quick 2-minute live, just asking for people to put requests in. So if you comment below on that live, then obviously a lot of your requests HAIFA will sing on Thursday for Soul Thursday group, which I'm really, really looking forward to.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much for asking me to be a part of it.
Thank you. And I
like you said,
videos into the group so people can get to know you a bit more. Yesterday I put the one in from the X Factor and Pop Idol when you were about 21, I think, weren't you then?
Oh my God, I was 21.
21, so you were really young.
Yeah.
It must have been a great experience though.
That was the best show that I did, to be honest with you,
yeah.
because everybody was green. Simon Cowell was nothing was so contrived. It is a contrived process. However, it was really exciting and fresh at that point, and it was we were making history. The viewers that we had back then, and we were on 7 days a week on ITV2 live every single day, so people really got to know us as individuals. I remember, like, after that show, I was so surprised. I was in like Lakeside with a friend, just getting something to eat, and a queue started forming. I was like, what is going on? And people started queuing up to say hello and get an autograph. I was like, what? I just was completely novel. It was the most amazing experience. I met some fantastic people that I'm still in touch with today. We wanted to have a reunion actually this year, but
you should do that. It was a great. It was I vividly remember that show from years ago, and it was great because it was so, like you say, because it was so new and it was so different.
Yeah, Gareth Gates, Will Young, Zoe, all the crew. It was really good times. It was really good times.
Yeah, so that, and then there's another great video on your website which I'll post later, which is one from a club, which is you DJing in a club, which I really love as well. So, as you say, you're very, very versatile, but very, very talented. So we're very fortunate on the group, HAIFA. So thank you. I really loved talking to you this morning. I'm sorry it wasn't live, everybody, but hopefully you'll all be able to watch this today and comment and get your requests in for Thursday at 8:30. Yeah. Brilliant. Thanks so much.
Jenny. Take care, darling. Bye. See you Thursday, guys. Bye.